Hello and welcome to Mary's Hare. This is based on the supposed story of Mary Tuft, I think her name was, the woman who gave birth to rabbits. So I'm sure this is going to be a very interesting, enlightening experience because it contains depictions of gore and violence. Yeah. Oh god, those are good sounds. The rabbit still breathes, barely. The rope holding the snare is weak. It could chew through it if it tried, if it wasn't so afraid. Instead it writhes and screams and squirms. Mary leans over it, the sight so pitiful it breaks her heart. She wants to let it go. But their insides growl in protest. It's so frightened. It's been days, weeks, since they had meat, and the crops had been so withered and dry. It fights still, but it gets getting weaker and weaker. She wanted to start a family for so long. How can she when she wastes away? It's her or the hare. The hare or a baby. That's no choice at all. Yeah. They enjoy the evening's silence, full-on rabbit stew and content for the first time that they can remember. As they bask in the glow of the fireside, Mary looks at her husband, the light dancing across his eyes. It's the first time he's looked at her like that in so long. Oh yes, baby time! Nausea yanks her out of sleep, but she tries to wait it out. The mornings are getting colder and she is loath to get out of bed, but no luck. The sickness gnaws at her until she stumbles out of bed. She doesn't make it far. The stew, it must have been the stew that made her sick. The meat was so tender and rich. But it can't be. Wasn't that days ago? Mary crawls back to bed, her head spinning, and stays there. She sweats and aches, and her belly swells. Ugh. But she lays there and the fever dreams haunt her until the screams shake her from sleep. Over. And over. And over. The pain is so strong she doesn't know if she'll make it. She calls for her husband, there is no answer. She screams until her throat is hoarse, and still there's no answer. Somehow, panting, she drags herself out of bed. Her legs wobble. She fights to keep her knees from giving out as she makes her way across the room. A sharp pain sears through her. Ugh. Ugh. Gosh. The doctor! Call the doctor! The doctor is apologizing, his hands covered in blood and gore. It was too late. There was nothing he could have done to save her. She should be glad to have survived. His bloody hands cradle something small, what was to be her baby. Her eyes are sad at first, but he takes a closer look. The doctor runs out without another word, his bloody hands clapped over his throat to keep himself from being sick. Mary barely notices and closes her eyes. Oh, goddamn fucking... When she wakes, there is a faint pink stain on the floor, and the sheets under her feel stiff and smell of something acrid and foul. She sleeps deeply at long last, but not for long. The screams cut through her dreams again, and bile rises in her when she wakes. So soon again her belly grows. But how? This time the midwife is called, and she isn't afraid. The midwife stays with her. More doctors are called to observe the curiosity as she delivers bundle after bloody bundle. A marvel, a freak! They examine her stillborn children, some with wonder in their eyes and others with a shudder, crossing themselves as though somehow her stillborn babies could hurt them. Eventually the blood stops. She hasn't taken a meal in weeks, but the taste of rabbit stew still rises in the back of her tongue, mixing with the acrid bile that always hovers there. The doctors have gone away, though the midwife still comes in to check on her. Her husband. She can barely remember his face. When was the last time she saw him? The days go by and her breathing shallows and her tongue tastes of sand. She shrivels up everywhere, her skin so stretched thin it hurts. Everywhere except... And possibly her belly stays round, insatiable as though it's sucking out the fat, the blood, the life from the rest of her. But there are no more babies coming. She doesn't have the strength. She fights for her last breath, remembering the rabbit in the snare, eyes wide. Tugging as it choked, screaming and gasping. She thinks she must look the same now, were there anyone to watch. If only she knew. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Well, that's fucked up. That is many different kinds of fuck. I didn't need that image at the end. But goddamn, that is fucking weird. Mary's Hare, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. This is a twine game, if you didn't know. That's why the words are kind of highlighted like that. It's a system of making interactive fiction games. And I've been trying to find a way to record some of them for a while now, because I do like this kind of thing. And I like reading them out. So we started with Mary's Hare. So you can hopefully expect a few more down the line, because this is fucking weird and I love it. So yeah, I'll put a link down in the description if you wish to experience the wonderful joy that is Mary's Hare for yourself. Either way, thank you so much for watching. If you like my content, please do check out my other videos. If you do, I shall see you there. Goodbye.